Now let's talk about another main source of diversity, which is ability. There is a line of a poem from Li Bai, a famous poet in ancient China. 天生我材必有用. My natural ability must be useful, meaning there must be a use for my talent. A good manager should be aware of every employee's different abilities. For example, a technical genius may not necessarily be a good technical department leader. A world champion athlete is not necessarily a great coach after retirement. A good technical department leader and a great coach require different abilities. How to make most use of everyone's talent? How to motivate the potential abilities of each employee within an organization? The answers to these two questions are very important to organizations.
Ability is defined as an individual's current capacity to perform the various tasks in a job. Overall abilities are essentially made up of two sets of factors, intellectual and physical. Intellectual abilities refer to the capacity to do mental activities, thinking, reasoning, and problem solving. Have you ever done an IQ test before? That's one way to measure intellectual abilities. Actually, the most famous examination in China, the College Entrance Examination, 高考, also can partly reflect a person's intelligence. The 7 most frequently cited dimensions making up intellectual abilities are number aptitude, verbal comprehension, perceptual speed, inductive reasoning, deductive reasoning, spatial visualization, and memory. Although intellectual abilities are very helpful for doing a good job, research shows that when intelligence reaches a certain level, its impact on work performance will no longer be so significant. Other factors may have a more significant impact on performance, such as a higher sense of responsibility or higher emotional intelligence. Does high intelligence make people happier or more satisfied with their job? The answer is probably no. Why not? Although talented people perform better and tend to have more interesting jobs, they are also more critical when assessing their job conditions. Some other intelligence are becoming more and more important from OB perspective. For example, emotional intelligence, which we will talk in detail in the chapter of emotions. Cultural intelligence, which is quite important for international business. Physical abilities refer to the capacity to do tasks that demand stamina, dexterity, strength, and similar characteristics. Please don't think that since you will be a knowledge worker in the future, so your physical abilities are completely unimportant. On the contrary, only a healthy body and sufficient physical abilities can help you achieve better job performance. Employee performance is enhanced when an employee and position are well matched. What we call a high ability job fit. If we focus only on the employee's abilities or the ability requirements of the job, we ignore the fact that employee performance depends on the interaction of the two. What predictions can we make when the fit is poor? If employees lack the required abilities, they are likely to fail. If you are hired as a word processor and you can't meet the job's basic keyboard typing requirements, your performance is going to be poor in spite of your positive attitude or your high level of motivation. When an employee has abilities that far exceed the requirements of the job, our predictions would be very different. The employee's performance may be adequate, but it may be accompanied by organizational inefficiencies and possible declines in employee satisfaction, because the employee is frustrated by the limitations of the job. Additionally, given that pay tends to reflect the highest skill level that employees possess, if an employee's abilities far exceed those necessary to do the job, management will be paying more than it needs to pay. In a nutshell, an employee's job specifications should be in line with his intellectual abilities. That way, he or she will be able to execute his or her duties excellently and effortlessly, as well as obtaining maximum job satisfaction.
Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. As individuals within an organization, only if we know our own abilities can we begin to understand the ability job fit model better. Then we can apply this model to help us achieve a good fit within the organization. As managers of an organization, only when we know each employee's ability and how these abilities help to meet job requirements can we develop the foundation to manage diversity effectively.